Guaranteed Irish, your Ireland's classic hits, lumps and Megan Scully, August Daskines, Leishan Varsha. Shayne Ward, you're very welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. It's so great to be chatting to you. You know, I think I've been probably listening to you for years now. And of course, we've been watching you on the television. And we are going to chat about your latest single, Crazy in Love. But
Yeah.
I just have to say, you know, this is Guaranteed Irish. I'm in Ireland at the moment. You're obviously over in the UK, but of course, the Irish blood runs strong.
It certainly does. It certainly does. I miss Ireland. I miss it so much, and I'm just looking forward to when restrictions completely get lifted altogether because I'm just desperate to take my mum back over to see family,
I know.
and of
That's
course bring a show, of course, but main mum's first.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I know you've got cousins like in so many parts of Ireland, but when you do get to come back, where will be the first place you're going to go?
Um, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I think it's just, I think, yes, as soon as the restrictions get lifted, it'll be a quick conversation with my mum and
Mhm.
she'll decide which part of the family she wants to see first. And then after that, I'll probably go maybe, of course, I'll go to Dublin,
Yeah.
see a couple of people that I know. And I just want to get over there. I just missed it so much. I used to spend so much of my time many years ago, just like doing shows and everything over there. So yeah, it'd be good to get back.
I think it's safe to say then the Irish just completely like took you on. Like once you were on the X Factor, it was like, yeah, no, he's the Irish sport, and we're all behind him the whole way. And I'm sure you felt that everywhere you've gone.
Well, it's funny when you're managed by Louis Walsh at the time. If you're Irish and you have that connection, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the lane. Don't veer from it. Stay in that lane. And it was brilliant. I mean, the response I got from just Ireland in general was just so beautiful and humbling, and it kind of made my love of being Irish stronger and having that connection. So much so that I got myself a nice little Irish passport many years ago, and I was delighted with
Hey.
it. So yeah, I love the support I get from it.
And of course, it was a 2018 or 2019 you last played in the Olympia. So you got over here before restrictions completely closed down on us.
I think it was 2019.
Mhm.
I did a one show in the Olympia, yeah, which was really nice to get back and do.
What's it like playing with the Irish crowd? And I suppose, of course, all your family were able to come too, because that's the great thing about Ireland. It's so accessible because, you know, Dublin's not really far away from anyone.
Exactly. And get the ferry over, you can do anything. And no, I loved it. I mean, you just can't really how can I explain an Irish crowd? I think just because my family's from Ireland, it's just like they just get you. You know what I mean? And it's genuine and up for the crack, of course. They're just so energetic and wanting you to do well and love what you do and very loyal as well, which is amazing. I have so many Shayne Ward fan base teams that have just followed me for many years, especially over social media, that are always championing everything that I do, and especially with the new record as well.
Mm.
And they're just eager for me to get back as well, for sure.
And as well, we have to talk about, of course, you know, over Manchester and one of the most famous soaps around, Coronation Street.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
stepped onto the cobbles as Aidan Connor. What was it? Well, first of all, what was it like when because I'm sure growing up in Manchester around Coronation Street, and probably maybe when you're younger, you'd see them around the city and stuff. What was it like when you first stepped onto the cobbles and took on that role in the biggest soap?
Yeah, it's an absolute pinch me moment every single time you step on the cobbles, because I did genuinely felt like I would say every single day that I walked onto the main street. Wow, this is my
Yeah.
job. This is what I get to do. Like, I'm looking around thinking I've grown up watching this street. I've grown up watching these characters, which
Mm.
takes a long time to actually get to their real names because you only know them as their characters, which they're so used to as well. But what an amazing 3 years I had there. Very proud to have played Aidan Connor. He was a great character to play. But I learned from the best. I had so many great teachers. It was fantastic.
It was great. And I remember anytime I'd like come home, sure, all the family watch it, and I'd come in and I'd see you on. I'm like, that's Shayne Ward. Oh my God. And I remember when I first watched you on, and I was like, that's so cool. Like doing the transition from music to TV, of course. And as I said, one of the biggest soaps. And now, of course, we're back again with music. But before we get to the latest track, I was having a little play on YouTube there while I was getting ready and pottering around. And I like No Promises has probably always been one of my, like, I just adore that track in the
Yes.
music video.
Yeah.
But that has over 108 million views on YouTube. I like when you
Wow.
see things like that, are you just like, wow, like it's just, do you think, and like, you know, the hits and stats are still going up on all the tracks, but as I said, like there's some huge hits up there, and I had a lovely little trip down memory lane, so I had.
Oh, that's good. No, I mean, yeah, I haven't checked recently. I probably should, but I think it's, yeah, it's, excuse me, it's the most played song of my songs. My most played music video of all my songs, to date, and that just means everything. What did you say? Over 1.8?
108 million.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
so there you
there we
go. That's
go.
the most recent stat now. But after I'd say a
That's
few days now, that'll have gone up again now.
exactly, yeah. No, I think it's beautiful that it connects with so many people on such a beautiful level. It's a gorgeous song. It really,
Mm.
really is. And yeah, it's always nice every now and again to take a trip down memory lane. Not by myself, that's quite sad. But to play to my little girl who's getting so much more aware of what daddy does and is doing. And is that you, daddy? Like playing the music videos. Certain music videos like I can't play like No You Hang Up because it's quite
Yeah,
sexy.
yeah, yeah.
She's only
Okay.
4. That's not mommy. So it's kind of like but she just loves listening to music and she responds to it so well. So that's just like a new joy that I have now.
Well, even like for her now going around with you, I'm sure it's very hard to go anywhere because between music and Coronation Street, I assume you can't even walk down any street or lane around. And I'm sure when she's with you, I suppose she's growing up with it, so maybe she's starting to understand it more. But even for that, it must be quite
Yeah,
unusual.
I think that there are levels of fame, I'm guessing, in what you're doing. I mean, I don't know if they still use this term, but many years ago, the term hot property used to be thrown about.
Mhm.
If you're hot at the moment, then everybody wants you. And doing things like Coronation Street, what was really interesting for me and so welcomed as well is that yes, I gained, and the older generation knew who I was from
Mhm.
the X Factor. So I gained a lot of the older generation through the love of Coronation Street. Thank heavens that I did that. Because they could have slaughtered me, but they was very, very kind. They loved what I was doing. But then the younger generation that don't know me from the X Factor, that wasn't even born yet, I was like 1 or 2 years old, who now obviously grown up and watch Coronation Street and only know me as Aidan Connor. So that I
Yeah.
gained a new fan base. So when they found out I was a singer before, to them it was like, what? He won the X Factor when? And that was so interesting for me. But it was great because for me it kind of like it made me get excited again, thinking, I could try and bring these onto my singing background and my back catalogue and get them listening to that. And I think a lot of that has happened. I think when they realized I was a singer before, they've gone and watched videos on YouTube,
Mhm.
and listened to everything and gone, the
That's
guy's a
your man from
singer. So
Coronation Street.
yeah, so walking down the street, I think, yeah, I mean, it's the area that I live is quite lovely actually, and it's got a lot of people from the industry here, from
Yeah.
all the different soaps and footballers and things like that. So it's a really nice family area. So you're quite spoiled with it, really. So walking down the street, you can actually get away with, which is cool.
It's so funny you just say that because like I would have grown up in a Man United household. So now that you're just saying that, I'm like, oh my days. Like I forgot, like when you go over, even though I've been over when I go over to Manchester, it is like that. It's so much going on between soaps and soccer and like everything and the media city and
Your
everything.
family will love this because this office chair that I never usually normally disclose this because
Okay.
I'm quite private with things that I get out collect over the years. But the chair that I'm sat on is actually Alex Ferguson's office chair.
No. Oh,
And you don't think about to see the writing if I shift a little bit, but this writing here is signed. Best wishes
oh,
to Shane. Best wishes, Alex Ferguson. So
oh,
it's
yes.
so to your
We've
family, they'll understand. They'll understand.
We've got an exclusive here on Guaranteed Irish and a lot of very jealous listeners right now, I have to
Yes.
say. And that's just magical. So thank you so much for that. I'm like, part of me is like,
Pleasure.
my chair is from my
Yeah.
apartment. Now, Shane, we have to talk, of course, the brand new track Crazy in Love. And I've been playing that as
Yes.
well. And I have to say, when I listen to it, I just feel like summer, like beach, swimming pool, abroad, sunshine with the jazz mix in there as well. I just felt like it just made me want to kind of be in that like Ibiza kind of moment.
Brilliant. That's exactly what I want people to feel like. I can explain what I was thinking about when I was writing it, but I want, people to experience what they experienced through it. Originally when I wrote it, it was just to make people smile, to feel happy about it. The positive message that, love is love and love who you want and don't be ashamed of it. Just go for it. And when you find it or it finds you, embrace it. Go crazy. And I just had so much fun with it. And when I wrote it and co-produced it with a producer and DJ Stonebridge, who's fantastic,
Mm.
and he just completely just brought it to life. And yeah, the reaction that I've had so far has been amazing, especially for my fans who've been so loyal and patiently waiting for me to release something original of my own for many, many years. So yeah, I'm just happy to be back on the road promoting again, and also to make my return back to the music, because I'm not going to leave it as long anymore.
Yeah.
I've missed it so much. So.
And I think you've picked a great time as well, because restrictions are starting to lift and be eased. And I know the UK are a little bit ahead of us here in Ireland, but you know, I keep looking to the UK being like, right, that's what's coming next for us. And people and artists are starting to book gigs again, like actual gigs in real venues with crowds. So I think
Yeah.
you've just put this out at the right time, where it gives you an opportunity to look into booking and gigs, and hopefully now we'll be getting you back to Ireland.
Oh yeah, touch wood. And listen, absolutely. Well, you all know how it works. Download it, gets me over there.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But no, I want to bring a show over to Ireland as always, and I'm just so happy that response from from here and Ireland as well has been incredible for the song. So yeah, just get downloading it, and it is the perfect time. And now that restrictions are being lifted, well, we say being lifted, we've been given another month.
Yeah.
Not really a surprise, but we've got the whole of summer and more, as long as the sunshine keeps out and people start feeling positive again about everything. And restrictions get lifted, we can start booking these shows. The sooner we can do that, the sooner I can get myself over there and I can hear the Irish crowd singing this song back to me. That'll be amazing.
It will. And I have to say, as I did say to you, I have been listening to it here as well, and I just felt that those vibes. And the girls and I are looking to go to Ibiza at the very end of the summer, all going well with restrictions. So I think, as I said to you, that's just the vibes I got there, sitting by the pool,
Perfect.
having some liquidized grapes and just enjoying the movement, enjoying the sunshine and everything. But Shayne Ward, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure to chat to you. Not they're guaranteed Irish here on Classic Hits. And, it's been a really lovely moment reliving all these memories with you, from the X Factor to Coronation Street and to Alex Ferguson's chair.
There's no point in doing that now, is there? Because I just said it's there, and it's very comfortable. Very comfortable. Feel
well,
very
look,
Nigerian.
You do come to Ireland, you could bring a camper van, you could bring the chair over with you, and we could see it for ourselves in real life.
It might be a little bit of a stretch, but I'll think about it.
Well, look, I know all your Irish fans and family, we cannot wait to welcome you, your mum and your family back here again. And we look forward to seeing you on stage again. So